Hello again, this is old Bill. It's been quite a while since I've had a few words to say. But, okay, so I've gone back on the building site, painting and decorating for a company. It lasted for a few months, 5-6 months. And then there was an election. And in my wage packet, I got a note that it's advisable to vote Conservative, because if you didn't there wouldn't be no work, and evidently there wasn't no fucking work, because the Labour government got in and they filled all the footings in on this big site that they were building, private site. They filled all the footings in and never continued building the site. So that was me out of work for a while. I didn't really know what to do, but I found out about minicab driving. I thought, well, that sounds all right for starters. So I got in with a firm, minicabbing, with my car. You were self-employed and you paid them £10 a week for the work that they were going to give you, and all the money you got was your money. Anyway, it worked out all right. It went on for about 2-3 months, 4 months, something like that. And then I had a ruck with the controller, who was the wife of the owner. Anyway, I slagged her up and down. And then when the owner come, he had a go at me. And he said, watch yourself, because I've got someone that will sort you out. I said, oh yeah, have you? So anyway, I got in the car and went home and got a shotgun. So I went back to the place. I said, hey Barry, come over here. I opened the boot and showed him the shotgun. And I said, your man is going to get his fucking legs blown off when he comes to sort me out. Anyway, that was that. So I didn't have the job no more now with that company. So I thought, what can I do? I'll start my own fucking company, minicab company. So I rented a place quite near to where I was working. In fact, it was about 2 minutes walk away, down another turning. And I thought, I'm going to fuck this geezer up. So anyway, I started advertising, putting leaflets out. I advertised on the cinemas, and I was getting work. I got the phone, got the company, I got the shop organised, got all the phones in, and I got a couple of drivers, 2 or 3 drivers. And we were doing all right. Then I got more drivers, then more drivers. In the end, I had 20 drivers working full-time and part-time. I think there was 6 part-time drivers at the weekend used to work. So I was getting plenty of work. And that lasted for about 4 years. I was doing all right, earning plenty of money. I was getting all their £10 and I was working myself, doing my own work. The choice jobs I was getting, obviously. I was picking out the choice jobs, airport jobs, down the coast jobs. I used to do them. So anyway, it got to the stage, well, that I weren't well. I was doing too many hours. I used to work. My wife used to operate the phones for 8 hours. Then I used to take over doing the phones at the night time. So I was driving all day for 8 hours and then working on the phones for another 8 or 10 hours at night time. And I weren't sleeping much, and I got like a nervous thing. It felt like I was a bottle and someone was sticking coins in the bottle, and I kept jumping. And I had to go and see a doctor. So the doctor said, you're stressed out. You got to relax. You got to have a holiday. So I thought, yeah, I'll have a holiday. I bought a caravan on the Isle of Sheppey and went down to the Isle of Sheppey for a month. Everything was lovely. The minicab business I left to a bloke to run who had been there the longest, and he wanted to buy it. He wanted to buy the business, take it over. So in the end, when I got back after the month's holiday, I sold him the business. And he didn't have no money, obviously, but he was going to pay me so much a month out of what he earned. That went all right for about 6, 7, 8 months. He was paying me money. Then 1 month he didn't have no money. So he said, well, we ain't been doing no good. He'd run the drivers down. He hadn't got the 20 drivers that he used to have, that was there originally. He was down to about 4 or 5 drivers. So obviously he weren't earning no money. He weren't advertising. And that's the sort of business where you've got to keep on advertising. You've got to keep on putting leaflets out. You've got to keep on giving cards out. You've got to advertise on the cinemas. And he weren't doing none of that. So he said, well, I ain't got no money. I said, okay, well, fuck off. And I got onto the GPO, cancelled all the phones, got all the phones took out, and finished with the minicab business. And opened a fucking greengrocer's shop. So that was all right. I'd done the shop out with nice sort of places to put the food and everything, and the fruit and everything. I used to go to the market at 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and buy the stuff. My wife used to work the shop from 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock. And I was back on the building site. I got jobs back on the building site. Anyway, that's all for now. I'll speak to you later. Bye.